we're going to review exporting your pictures. This happens after you've finished editing all your images and rating all your images, and you're ready to save a final version of your photograph with all your edits. In order to do this, I recommend sorting your pictures by rated. So you'll see in the bottom corner, I select where it says filters off and I choose rated. When I do that, that sorts out all the pictures that didn't have ratings on them and only gives me the pictures that I rated. If I wanted to, I could hit Command A and export all of these pictures, or I could select individual images that I want to export and just do a couple. I'm going to export all of these. I hit the export button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And then I'm going to set these constraints. This is where it takes a little bit to get right the first time you do it. If you need to hit pause along the way, feel free to while you set up your initial export. To start, you're going to make sure that you go to a specific folder. When you set your specific folder, you don't set it here. This is just specific folder. You want to hit choose and then select your correct folder. We're going to export to your pictures, your name, and your print portfolio folder, which is listed under edited. Choose that folder. Do not put your print portfolio photos in a subfolder. If that's selected, then deselect that. That's what we export to when we go to web portfolio. We want to rename these images. We want to make sure that each of your images has a copyright symbol with your name and a number attached to it. So in order to set that, we have to hit custom settings and go to edit. You want to set up in this box the following information. Type Option G on your keyboard to get the copyright symbol. Option G. And then type your name. Put an underscore. And then hit sequence 1. Down here, if you hit insert, that will add sequence 1. Then type up here another underscore. And then under image name, select original number suffix. When you click original number suffix, you hit insert, or it might just appear, depending on the version of software you have. Once you have all of that set, hit done. When you hit done, you will notice that your example should say copyright your name _1_ a random number. That random number is attached to the original file name number your camera took when you had your picture taken. Make sure your start number is 1, and we're going to deselect resize to fit, making sure that your resolution is 300 pixels per inch. Those are the only settings you need to export to print portfolio. Go ahead and hit export and work on that now. The next step would be to export again. So we're going to hit export again. And this time we're going to export these to web portfolio. This is the file we're going to upload to our Sundial page. We're going to select choose and your web portfolio folder. Inside this folder, we are going to put a subfolder. It's easier for you to find your photos. As you can see here, these are three sections of pictures I've exported to upload to Sundial: scavenger hunt photos, event photos, my chicken photos. So when you do that, in order to make that folder, you put it in a subfolder. Name this folder whatever assignment you're exporting. So these are my scavenger hunt pictures. I'd put scavenger hunt. These are my soccer pictures, so I'm going to put soccer. I'm going to keep the rename to. In fact, I can just decompress this so that that is not even an option going forward. I do resize to fit my pictures that I export to the sundial page. So I'm going to hit resize to fit, long edge, 10 inches. Change this to inches first and then type in 10. Come over to resolution and type that to 72. You want to make sure that says 72 pixels per inch. That's going to give you a much smaller file. Because we're uploading these to the internet and they're going to be viewed through a screen, you want to sharpen for the screen. That makes sure that the light refracts properly through your pixels. And last but not least, we're going to add a watermark. Watermarks protect your pictures from people who might see them on the internet. So we're going to select Edit Watermarks, and we do this the first time only. And then you're going to come in here and type your name. Again, Option G will give you the copyright symbol, type your name, and then you can change all of these options over here. I'm going to ask you to give me a white watermark, and I'm going to ask you to give me a shadow behind it. That shadow is going to allow your white watermark to be seen on light photographs. The shadow is what allows that to pop. In dark photographs, your white will be seen. So this is the best of both worlds. You can hit proportion and then change the size of it. I suggest not having anything too big and nothing too small, something right in the middle. You want people to be able to see it without having to crop it out or look for it. So I'm going to make mine about 60% so that it's bright enough, but you can still kind of see stuff through it. And at the very bottom of your watermark effects is your anchor. You can tell this will change where your image is located. And then you hit save. It'll ask you, what do you want to name this preset? And I'm going to name it Lindsay Lehman Photos. And I'm going to hit create. And now you'll notice in the drop-down menu, my option Lindsay Lehman Photos is there. And then I'm going to export. When I export these photographs, it's going to pop them into my web portfolio folder. So if I come into my name and web portfolio, you'll see my soccer pictures are here. And as they export, they have a smaller size, a couple hundred kilobytes, and my watermark is on them. If I came into my print portfolio, you'd notice the pictures are here, but they're much bigger, 23 megabytes, and the size is much bigger, 7,000 by 5,000 pixels. Okay, that's how you export.